Good evening and welcome to another edition of my journey on GBC News. My name is Beatrice Senaju. At the mention of Treasure Island, many will refer to the adventure novel by Robert Louis Stevenson. But do you know there is a Treasure Island here in Ghana? Well, the Treasure Island is one of the pocket communities in Ada turned into a tourist center. The island is designed with breathtaking scenes and facilities which attract hundreds of tourists, domestic and foreign, at any given time. Join me on this whistle-stop tour of Ada's Treasure Island. My visit to the Treasure Island was not planned. The original plan was to visit Azizakwe and its environs and then back to base in Accra. But in my interaction with my host at Adafo upon arrival, he told me about this wonderland, Treasure Island. From his amazing description, I decided to explore and see things for myself. Wasting no time, I jumped into one of the canoes to ferry me to the much talked about island. Before setting off on the journey, I noticed that almost all other travelers had no life jacket, and neither did I. The reason was simple: the paddlers had none for the passengers. So I inquired from Mr. Francis Sago, who has been paddling a canoe for the past 20 years, why passengers are not given life jackets.
We have been looking forward to get life jackets, but have since not been given any by government. We need assistance, and this will encourage tourists to patronize our services.
With the explanation from Mr. Francis Sago, I knew it would be impossible to get a life jacket. So I took the risk and started the journey. In 45 minutes, I safely arrived at my destination. When I set foot on the island, I was impressed with what was in sight. Unlike the many islands I have visited, this was indeed different. The structures here were also different from the traditional island setting. A first-timer to Treasure Island is greeted with scenes like a fountain, swimming pool, jet skis, a volleyball pitch, an area for relaxation, among other pleasurable activities. This makes the island one of the awesome and fun places to be. Unlike other islands, probably in these parts, Treasure Island has electricity and potable water. Mr. David Ahaji was my tour guide. David told me Ada is dotted with many islands which are capable of turning around the country's fortunes.
Talk about turtles, talk about migratory birds, talk about crocodiles, a lot more. I will not even forget the major Asafotu festival, which draws a huge crowd. Then now we are seeing very fascinating facilities like Treasure Island, the Aqua Safari, Peace Holiday, a lot of these kind of facilities that are attracting people. So it is true that Ada is really becoming one focus place when it comes to tourism that is benefiting the local people.
Mr. David Ahaji believes results such as these do not only attract tourists but can also create employment for the teeming unemployed youth in Ada.
Yes, tourism has created quite a number of jobs. If you visit Aqua Safari, you will see the number of local people that are working there, both the young generations, ladies and gentlemen. And also here at Treasure Island is also acquiring us. The same thing you will find at Peace Holiday. Even some of the small restaurants and guest houses, they are all engaging the local people to work there. So it is benefiting in that direction.
But he is worried that there are no life jackets for tourists who board the canoes.
Ada is now becoming a tourism hub, as declared by Ghana Tourism Authority at the later part of last year. And that brings quite a number of people to the place, including the facilities like we are locating ourselves in now. So seeing the tourists not wearing life jacket as well is something that has to be arrested quickly. I believe some form of awareness to the local people will do.
My amazing journey to Treasure Island finally came to an end. As I headed back to Accra, I was thinking about what can be done to make other islands like Azizakwe, Kewuno, Amesupe, and Azizanya attractive. If what I saw on Treasure Island can be replicated on these islands, as well as many of Ghana's underdeveloped tourist sites, our country can become one of the best holiday destinations in Africa, and yes, Ghana will reap the financial rewards of her investment. Beatrice Senaju, GBC News, Treasure Island, Ada. This is where